Welcome back. So I've got a review video for you today on the new Milani Rose Powder Blushes. They came out with 4 this year, and then they had 4 last year as well. I didn't get all 4 last year. I got 3 of the 4, so I can show these to you and kind of talk about the color selection last year versus what they look like this year and kind of how they differ. These have been out several weeks on Milani's website, and I ordered them the day after they came out, and they took a couple of weeks to get to me. Almost 2 weeks. And when they arrived, one of them was really broken, like lifted off the pan, and I actually cleaned it up, but it was like all covered in powder up on this top part. So that was a bummer. So anyway, I contacted Milani and they were super nice about it and sent me one to replace it right away. So I'm really thankful for that. You know, I wish it wouldn't have taken 2 weeks and I wish it wouldn't have arrived broken the first time. But I realized, you know, things happen. So I'm really thankful when a company just handles it the right way and they have great customer service. And I definitely felt that way, that I got a hold of a person right away. She was super sweet, very helpful. So I think they handled it very well. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, they've been online for a while, and then I know that several people on Instagram, I've seen them saying they've been seeing them in like Walgreens, and I'm not sure about CVS, but so anyway, they are popping up in stores as well. So I've had them now for a couple of days. I've had 3 of them for several days, and then I just got the other one yesterday, and I'm just now getting around to filming today. So anyway, I'm gonna go over pricing, packaging, the color selection, wear time, how they apply, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, lots to cover, so let's get started. Okay, so I've already swatched up my hands, but we're gonna get into the colors in a second. First, I'm gonna talk about pricing and packaging. So the price of these blushes, they're $7.99 each, and it's that price on Milani's website, and then I bought them last year in store in Walgreens, and I believe that they were about that price too. So for $7.99, you get 0.60 ounces or 17 grams of product. So that's a lot of blush. That's a whole lot of blush. So you get a nice value there for sure. And then the actual packaging is so cute. It's this see-through plasticky outside, and then it's got gold around the outside here. It's just very pretty to look at. I love the packaging. And then you open it, and the actual product inside is just adorable. I mean, this color is gorgeous. We'll get into the colors in a second, but just looking at it in pan, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I think it's gorgeous in pan. So this is what Milani's website says about the blush. A luxurious matte powder blush that features rose petals micro-milled into the powder to bring out the natural rosy tones. This blush is multi-purpose, used to shape, contour, and highlight your face. It's easy to use and streak-free, suitable for all skin types and tones. So we'll get into kind of the formula and are those claims true in a moment, but I just wanted to show you the packaging, talk about just how much product you get and the pricing. So love the packaging, and it is a nice value. You get a lot of product for the price. So now let's get into some swatches. Okay, really quickly I'm gonna go over the colors from last year. So this top one here, this is number 1, Romantic Rose. It's just a really pretty neutral rose. I loved that shade. It's one of my very favorites from last year. So gorgeous. The next one is number 2, Flora Passion. And it's a lot brighter, kind of a reddish sort of a pink. Really pretty. I like that one a lot. And then the last one is number 4, Bella Rosa. So I didn't get number 3. I don't remember what it was. It was kind of a bronzy shade or something, I think. So this one's more of kind of a neutrally, slightly baby pink. Really cute. So these were the 3 from last year. They were slightly more neutral. This is this year, so we're gonna get into these colors in a second, but just comparing them side by side, you can see that last year they were a much more neutral toned blushes, and then this year they're much brighter. Okay, this first one here on the top is number 5, Coral Cove, and it's just this really cute, slightly pinky toned coral. So pretty for spring. I love this shade. It's probably my favorite from the group. I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can see it. It might be a little bit bright, but I was feeling a bright blush today with a dark eye. You know, sometimes you gotta get a little crazy. And I love this shade. I think it's gorgeous. It's definitely, yeah, I would say it's my favorite from the group. And I think I'm just gonna really get a lot of use out of it this spring. It's so cute. So that's number 5, Coral Cove. Okay, the second one down is number 6, Lady Rouge. And this one's kind of a more reddish toned coral. That's how I would describe this one. It's just darker and brighter than Coral Cove was. So it's just a darker shade. So if you like those kind of reddish toned coral, I think that you would like this one. So this is number 6, Lady Rouge. Next is number 7, Love Potion. And it's kind of just a raspberry pinky color. I would just say it's raspberry. And it's very bright, very dark. I tried to wear this one day and it's very vibrant. So I really had to do a lot of blending, had to be really, really careful with it. But it's still just a really pretty color. I mean, I love this shade. And in the pan, it's just gorgeous. Has a little bit of purple in it, I see. But I think raspberry is just the perfect word to describe it. So it's a raspberry pink. Number 7, Love Potion. And then the bottom one here is number 8, Tea Rose. And it is the most neutral of this group from this year. It's right down here. It's a corally shade, but it seems to have a little bit of brown to it. So it's definitely the most neutral. And I think that brown just kind of brings it a little bit more wearable. So if you're looking for the most wearable from the group, this is definitely it. Number 08, Tea Rose. Okay, now we're going to talk about the claims and just kind of my overall review of them. So first off, I wanted to address, on Milani's website it says it can be used to shape, contour, and highlight your face. I don't know how that would be possible. You could maybe contour with Romantic Rose last year because it's kind of that brownish toned pink. But this year, I don't see any possibilities for highlighting or contouring in that group. That would be a really strange looking contour or highlight. So these are blushes in my mind. I don't know how you could use them for anything else other than that. So that's the first thing. And then it also says they're easy to use and streak free. Okay, so that's kind of a two-sided coin there. So the streaking. In swatches, they're terrible. They swatch horribly. They're just very powdery. They pick up a lot of product. They go everywhere. They're very streaky when you apply them to your hand. When you swatch them, it's like, you think they're horrible. I mean, at least that's what I think. I think, oh my goodness, these just seem terrible. Now, Coral Cove, the top one there, doesn't seem quite as bad. It seems like the formula's a little bit better. So first off, just addressing swatching them, they're very streaky. But applying them to my cheeks, I have not had the same experience. They seem to blend nicely. They seem to pack a lot of punch, a lot of pigmentation to them. So if anything, you want to put your brush in them, tap off your brush, maybe tap your brush on your hand because they're just very pigmented. And you're gonna get a lot of product deposited to your cheeks if you're not careful. But even kind of the times when I've put too much on my cheeks, they still seem to blend nicely. I really haven't noticed any of this weird funky streaking that happens in the swatches. I haven't really noticed any of that on my skin. So I actually really like them. And so I would say if you're a collector, if you are a makeup lover, if makeup is your thing, I think you'll really like these. I mean, the packaging alone is adorable and just makes them fun to look at. But also, I think they perform fine on the skin. On your hand, not so much. And I would also say if you had them last year, they seem about the same. So if you thought that last year was like, well, they don't swatch that well, but I like them on my cheeks and I like to look at them, you'll probably feel the same about them this year because I really don't notice a big change in the formulation. A couple of them might be a little bit more streaky, like some of the darker ones, but overall they seem pretty similar. So yeah, I would say if you're a makeup collector, if makeup is your thing and you just really enjoy makeup, I think that you would really like these. I think that you'll get use out of them. I think you'll enjoy looking at them. That's kind of the way I feel about them. I don't think they're the best blush, but they perform fine on the cheeks and they last well. They're not like a Tarte or a MAC blush as far as wear time, but they're about the same as other sorts of drugstore blushes. So I think that they perform fine and I've really been enjoying them. So overall, I do really like them. Okay guys, so that's my overall review on the new Milani Rose Powder blushes from this year. I hope this video was helpful for you and just kind of answered some of your questions about these, and hopefully the swatches were helpful for you. If you have more questions, just ask those down below. I'm always happy to answer those. Let me know your thoughts on these. Do you own some of them and do you kind of still enjoy them like me? Do you think, yeah, they're not the best formula, but they're pretty to look at and still kind of fun? Or do you think they are total poo and you can't stand them? I would love to hear that too. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video.